Hey guys, what's up? This is going to be a two-part video actually. I've tried to record this in one part and rush through it all, and it just screws me up, and I get frustrated trying to film it. So instead, we're going to make this two parts and make it real easy on myself so I can go through everything nice and take my time on whatnot. So this is the collector's thing that I owe you guys the explanation of. So 4 jacks, and these are going to go onto a spectator's outstretched hand, right? So we have them put out their hand flat, and the jacks get put onto their hand. Note that these are an alternating color sequence, which is important, alright? So those onto the hand, just like that. Then we have 3 cards selected, in this case the ace, the 2, and the 3. Now we're going to need to control these 3 cards into an in-jog, alright? Now originally the technique I used was they all got put into different spots, and I did an all-around square-up technique to get them into the in-jog. What I've started doing after seeing Exo's video is using the BS shift to get them into the same spot in the middle of the deck. What this does is it just makes the switch a little bit easier later on. So I'm not going to teach the original way, but I'm going to show you the BS shift, and then I'll go over that all-around square-up. Anyways, doesn't really matter, just get your cards into an in-jog your favorite way. So BS shift. So we're going to BS shift this. You know what? Those go on the table. We take the selections back one at a time, and they're going to get put in order. Alright, because I like order. I like to go from right to left or left to right rather than back and forth, because it's going to make the display at the end go boom, you, boom, you, rather than jumping around. It's just got a nicer flow somehow. Anyways, BS shift, so they go into the same spots, but we're using our thumb, the side of our thumb, and I use my middle finger to hold these cards separated from each other. Alright? So you can see that. They're seemingly going into different spots, but it's all the same. Alright? Just like that. Now they're going to get squared up, and as you square up, I'm going to go over the all-around technique now. They get pushed into an angle jog. Alright? Sit here for a second, or not really actually. And now we're going to go for the all-around square up. What's going to happen is the left thumb is going to contact this corner and turn these cards into a perpendicular jog so that it can grab the deck here, like this. Alright? The way that happens is, well, you just do it. This thumb comes as the deck rotates to here, and the deck gets grabbed like this. Alright? Now in a continuing action, you're going to use the base of your right thumb to carry these cards around into Marlowe's movable jog position. Alright, from here to here. The reason you use the base of the thumb rather than the tip is obviously that would flash, no matter how I try and cover that. So, we're now here, and we use the base of the thumb to move into Marlowe's movable jog, and we grab the deck. So the cards are now essentially would be able to get Tenkai'd out. Right? Instead, we're going to kick them in with the right fingers to an in-jog. Okay? So I'll go over that again. The cards are seemingly in different spots because of the BS shift. Now you square to an angle jog, use the left thumb to kick it around to a perpendicular, right back heel now kicks around to a movable jog, and then back across and in. Alternatively, just square up into an in-jog. Right? Can all see that? Beauty. And then we can obviously kick out when we need it. So yeah. Jacks are now going to get taken back, and what's going to happen is, in basically a top change action, we're going to be switching these 2 jacks for the selections. These 2 jacks are going to get put on top of the deck, and we're going to take out the selections. The way this happens is essentially a top change, or a center change, I guess. You're going to take these cards back, and your index finger is going to go on this second jack. Alright? So as you come down, these get squared up against the thumb, and in a continuing action, you grab the selections from underneath, and this hand moves forwards. Now note that your left hand's moving forwards, your right hand isn't moving backwards. Alright? It's not this action, it's this action. Alright? This hand is moving cross in front of your right hand. Okay? That's important. Then you're going to square up against your forearm just to keep those cards nice and square. Alright, so it's just going to run along the forearm, squaring them up. Obviously, to do this, we're going to need to create an offbeat. Alright, we need some sort of offbeat, just like if you were doing a top change. The way I accomplish this, now obviously you guys can work out your own your own ploys. But you're going to take these cards off their hands, alright? You say, yeah, you can just put your hand down. Thank you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And you wait for them to put their hand down. As soon as they put their hand, actually I want to note something. After I've in-jogged these cards, this hand drops to my right. Or to my left, I guess. This hand drops to my side, just as I patter for a little bit before I take these jacks. I like to drop my hand to my side when I'm holding a break to do a pass, before I do the pass, or anytime I lose the card into a deck, this hand should drop to the side. It's casual, and it enforces that I'm not doing anything yet. You might see them watch your hand drop to the side, but as soon as it's there, nothing really can happen in their minds, right? It's nice and clean, it's casual. So this hand should drop to the side. So we need to create this offbeat. And the way this happens is we're going to go, thank you, they put their hand down, and as soon as they put their hand down, we're going to go, actually, you know what, can you just hold your hand face up, just hold the deck? Right? And now we're going to do this to a person, obviously to our left, we're going to be rotated here, so we're going to come to our left, so we also get a bigger action here. But anyways, I'm doing this for you, the camera. Right, or sorry, to our right. I keep looking at the camera and seeing the left, and so I think left, but we're looking here and we come across to our right as we do the change, or as we do the switch. Okay, so the deck gets put, bang, into their hand. So now we're in this position. We have 2 jacks on top, and then followed by the 3 selections in order. I'm all about order. Now what's going to happen is we're going to need to do a Gemini counter. We don't need to, but we're going to. To do that, we need to switch one of the jacks to here, and one of the jacks to either here or here. Okay? This is easy. All we have to do is strip off one jack, because obviously one of them needs to go to the face. And now we're going to do an Asiano spread, so bottom and top. This is the jack, remember? Bottom and top to here, and this is a double, and like that. So now we have this position with this being a double. So jack, jack, right where we need them. As we close up, we're going to grab a break beneath the top 2, just as we square. Alright? We're now ready to do the Gemini count portion of this. Now you'll notice that you would normally, because I want to drop this double last, I would normally show this, and then go, the reason we drop the double last is so we can do the display easily. I'll show you later, you'll realize that later. But, so you would normally show this, 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 alright? Here, drop, here, drop, here, drop, here, drop. Right? Sorry, I'm thinking it in my mind, it's making sense. However, because I want the spectators' selections to end up in order, this is going to be a little bit convoluted. It's not a big change, it's just we're going to hold on to this double afterwards. I'll show you what I mean. We're going to flash the double, alright, this is that roll, triple. We're going to flash the triple and drop that onto the deck, or onto their hand. This is the only time in the routine that we use 2 hands, alright, the spectators both hands. I like to minimize that as much as possible. So we flash this, drop, as this turns around, this comes over, and we show that jack here, show this one. Now before this turns over, we're going to show the left hand, drop the single, then drop the double. Okay? Follow? Just go over that sequence again, it's not too complicated. We're now in this position. Alright? Reveal is nice and easy. Actually, we do the shake thing first. The shake disappearance is obviously pretty simple. These left fingers just underneath the spread are going to kick this square. Now in order to keep this square, I do tend to hold the deck in a straddle grip, whatever, XO. That's how I do. So these 2 cards get held in straddle, and these are just going to kick, so it always ends square. Alright? So as we shake over the deck, explaining whatever your pattern line is, that these 4 are going to disappear, we just shake over the deck, and in that shaking action we hit square. Alright? There you go, there's 3. Now we're going to go into the next video to go over the rest of it, but so far we've nearly made the jacks change places with the selections. Alright?